This video showcases footage from a high-resolution security camera. For the best experience, make sure you switch your playback resolution to the highest possible option. This motorized zoom turret dome camera from Security Cameras Inc. features an 8-megapixel sensor that captures UltraHD 4K video at a smooth 30 frames per second. At night, the camera turns on its IR light to beam infrared up to 148 feet away for general detail. It offers a variable 33 to 111 degree field of view with its 2.7 to 13.5 millimeter motorized lens. The lens can be controlled from an NVR, the web interface, PC software, and remote viewing app. It has audio line-in and out connectors, so you can hook up one of our security camera mics or speakers for audio recording or two-way talk. The camera also features AI settings, which can be turned on for more accurate human and vehicle detection. You can purchase it with a microSD card for a standalone onboard recording or as a local backup when used with an NVR in a complete system. It has an IP67 weather-resistant rating for indoor or outdoor use, supports PoE power up to 600 feet with a compatible SCI NVR and Cat6 cable, and is also plug-and-play with the SCI line of NVRs. Continue watching to see the camera in action.
This camera is a part of the varifocal line from Security Cameras Inc. This just so happens to be a turret camera. Inside of the box, we have the quick start guide for the IP cameras from Security Cameras Inc. It does have some helpful tips and tricks for getting the camera mounted and installed. To aid in that installation process, it also comes with a drilling template, so this shows where your screw holes go, and then the punch out for the pigtail if you want to run it into a soffit, eave, or wall and you don't have a junction box, or if you want to run it into the junction box using this hole. Taking the foam out of the camera box, we have an Allen key that will help you manipulate the screws on the camera to make adjustments. There's also some mounting hardware, so it comes with 3 anchors and 3 screws that will line up with the template and the base for the camera. There's also the RJ45 weather-resistant grommet, so you can terminate your Ethernet cable in this if you don't have an area to protect the cable and connection in a junction box or those other areas. Then you will need to use this weather-resistant grommet to make sure that your connection does not get corroded from moisture. Before I take the camera out of the box, I'm just going to cover some of the connections on the camera itself. So like most IP cameras, we do have our RJ45 Ethernet jack, which you'll run an Ethernet cable back to your NVR PoE switch or another network switch. And then we have the optional 12-volt DC connector. You'll typically only use this if you're testing the camera or if you're going to connect it directly to your router. This camera also supports audio input and outputs. We have our red audio in connector here, and then we have the white audio out connector here. It also comes with an alarm block, so this has an alarm input and alarm output relay, so you can wire up some alarms to this and use the settings in the camera to enable those. Taking the camera out of the box, it does come in a bag, and here is the rather large varifocal turret dome camera. So it's large because it has the motorized zoom lens inside of the eyeball here. On the bottom of the eyeball, we do have a compartment. This is for the SD card slot, and some cameras also have a reset button if you lock yourself out or if you want a factory default your camera. Here is the base. Like I mentioned, it does have these screw holes that you'll line up with your template. And then here is the front of the camera. Now it does have a plastic covering that you are going to want to peel off and remove so that you don't get any bubbles on the image and so that the camera can effectively zoom and focus. Hopefully this camera gives you a decent overview of the varifocal turret dome camera from Security Cameras Inc. Thank you for watching.
If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.